The new signage that's around town is called our wayfinding signs. There are 6 of them at various locations around town. One is as you enter the harbor area. There's one at Lake and Broad. There's one across the street from CVS on Mill Street. There is one near Rite Aid. There is another one at Broad and Route 20, and then there's another one as you head towards the west side of town on 20. So there are 6 of these signs, and they point out the directions to places such as the Arboretum, the Art Center, fishing and boating, the museums, the stadium, all of the places that we think visitors to our town might want to find. The signs were a combined effort from the Tourist Board, the Chamber of Commerce, the Port Authority, plus independent citizens who have contributed, and one very generous anonymous donor who gave a very generous donation. And the city also kicked in some funding also, and the Tourist Board. So it's been a long process. Took us about 4 years to get all of the sign projects completed, and the wayfinding signs were the final piece of the puzzle.
Where'd you come up with the design?
Well, we had, my husband and I travel quite a bit, and we had been to a small town near Madison, Wisconsin, and we admired their signs. And then we went to Geneva on the Lake, and we admired their signs also. And so our signs were a combination of ideas from those signs we saw in Wisconsin and also the Geneva on the Lake signs. So our signs are very similar to the Geneva on the Lake signs, the difference being we use our lighthouse as our identifying icon, and Geneva on the Lake used a sailboat.
And who built them then?
Chigonia, right here on North Bend in Ashtabula, and we worked with George Dragon, who is an enormously patient man. And so we thank George and Chigonia, and also the owner of Chigonia, who said, well, those sign blades need to be a little wider and we need to put white. So we had a lot of input from Chigonia, a lot of help, and we had a big committee including members from Port Authority and the Chamber and the Tourist Board and independent citizens. So it was a really united effort, and the city of Conneaut was very cooperative. We spent one whole morning walking around trying to figure out where to put the signs.
Who actually installed them then?
Chigonia.
Okay.
The big goal for all the signs is, first of all, to get people off of I-90, get them into town, welcome them with our city entrance signs, and then once they're here, make navigating to all our attractions an easy thing to do.
This all started when you got this signage out on I-90 to let people know that there is a lake in Conneaut.
Exactly. It's amazing how many people never realized we had a beach. We always joke about Joanna Bucci. She tells this story all the time. She says people would come to her and say, well, where is Presque Isle Beach? And Joanna said, well, why do you want to go there? They said, well, we want to go to the beach. And she said, well, there's a beach 5 minutes from here. But people never even realized there was a beach here. So that was the purpose of the I-90 signs, was to let people know on I-90 that we did have a beach here and a marina, and it was easy access. It was very quick.
You can do any monitoring to see what kind of impact these signs have, like on Township Park or on museums?
Well, we're hoping that places like that will give us some feedback. That would be great. We have a survey card that we use at events, and if they fill out the survey card, a visitor does, they put it in for a drawing for a free overnight stay in Conneaut, and it's actually at Dolly's house this year. And that's been real interesting because people will put on there how they hear about us. We have a mailing list. We do a mailing in the spring. We have a database of about 300 people right now. So we're growing as far as gathering that kind of information.
What do they tell you? What kind of insight you got that you're surprised about?
Well, you know, the signs was a big one.
Uh-huh.
They wanted signs, and that was another. But most people say that this place is perfect and we should leave it alone because they like that it's not commercial.